Welcome to another video for a Silent Hill statue by Gecco, and we're going to feature Maria today. This is the front of the box. It's a 1/6 scale. Here is the side. You can pause the screen if there is something that you want to read. It's just a little bit about the statue itself and how it came to life and how it was sculpted. Backside. And this side. Again, if you want to pause the screen, there's a little tidbit about Silent Hill and Maria herself. And this will talk about the figure, but I'll get into that once I actually unbox it. And the top side. All right, let's get her out of the box and let her breathe. And this is what you're gonna see when you open it up. So there's not a lot here. She comes armed with a revolver and unarmed, and that is it. She comes with less accessories than James, which makes sense because James is the protagonist. There's also a very basic instruction sheet here. Probably not needed, but very simple assembly. Just before I jump into the statue, Maria does come with a card just like James, and that is a picture from Silent Hill 2. And on the other side, if you want to pause the screen and read this, it's a nice little read. And now we'll take a look at the statue. Okay, so her backdrop is kind of blah. I believe James's backdrop had a truck in it, but hers doesn't have a whole lot. But her statue looks great. And everything connects with a magnetic piece. So whether it's the guardrail, her heels, her hand, and I'll put the revolver in her other hand. She looks good. Has a choker on. The butterfly tattoo looks amazing. She's got a very seductive look, but I think they did a good job with her. Let me turn her like this way. This statue is actually very light. I was surprised how light the box was, but considering she only comes with one swappable part, it makes sense. Here is another angle, and she has the revolver this time. And let's see the back side. So just one little thing. I think she looks great, and I'm glad that they went with the Maria, or at least closer to the original, instead of bringing in the new faces in the remake. She has a little bit of a Joker smile at certain angles, but to be honest with you, I think this statue just looks great. I'm gonna bring James out here in a minute. So a couple side comments. Her hands feel very light and plasticky. I don't know if you can kind of tell. Her legs are the same way. Her legs are very light, but she has a little more weight to her on her upper body. And then that hand on her hip is kind of light too, just like the hands. So I'm not sure why the statue's like that. I think James is just all around the same weight. And here they are together. James is definitely a lot heavier. Well, not a lot, he's a little bit heavier, but he just comes with more accessories, and I think that's what it is. I did take a picture of the bottom of Maria's base, so you can get an idea what that looks like. The front side, She looks like trouble, and he looks like he's not feeling well. I was not a big fan of the way his face looks, and I like hers more. But I like James' jacket. I like all the accessories he comes with. So to be honest with you, it's kind of hard to pick which one I like more. She has a very seductive look to her. I mean, he comes with Pyramid Head sword. It's just hard to pick between the two, to be honest. But having them together, it looks a lot better than just having one. So I do recommend getting both. And the last comparison for the backside. Now, when I ordered mine came to just under 400, and I pre-ordered it a while ago. Whereas James, I think he was slightly over 400, if I remember correctly. Honestly, quick final thoughts. With Silent Hill 2 around the corner, coming out early October, you really can't go wrong with getting the statue. I think there's always going to be some kind of demand for it. People are going to be looking for it, especially with the game and the hype coming out. Same thing goes for James. If you're on the fence of getting Maria, or if you haven't gotten it yet and you want to get it and it's not sold out, I do recommend it. They look much more badass together than separately. And again, the Silent Hill franchise is only going to grow in popularity, right? Like, this is not going to be the last remake. And I can promise you these statues, they generally go up in value. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.